Hi all, Brad Wright here from the Single Malt Whisky Club, and this month it's back to an old world whisky, this time a whisky with an E in it. That's right, this month we're featuring nothing less than a sherry bomb from legendary Irish brand, the Redbreast, specifically the Redbreast Lustau Edition Sherry Finish. So the Redbreast brand itself is testament to W&A Gilbey, who opened a bottle shop in Dublin in 1857. So good were they at this grog selling caper that within 10 years they had moved and expanded twice and had begun bottling wine and spirits under their own name. In 1887, they secured a deal with Jameson's to exclusively use the Jameson spirit in their quality house brands. Quite a coup. And in 1921, the Redbreast brand first appears. The name is chosen by the chairman of Gilbey's. He was an avid birdwatcher apparently. And for those unaware, the robin redbreast is the only songbird that winters in Ireland. The first release of the Redbreast had the initials JJ in the name in tribute to the founder of Jameson's, John Jameson. In 1970, Irish Distillers Limited, or IDL, who own Jameson's, decide they no longer will supply their distilleries spirit to independent bottlers. But somehow, the Gilbey Company manages to strike a deal where Jameson's will continue to supply their pure pot still whisky until the planned closure of the Bow Street distillery in 71. After their supply of Jameson's spirit was cut off, Gilbey's continued to produce the Redbreast from their aging stores, but by 1985 they had exhausted all their stock. At this stage, Gilbey's sell the Redbreast name to Irish Distillers Limited, and in 1991, Redbreast is relaunched to the world as the brand we know today. The spirit for Redbreast now comes from IDL's Middleton distillery. Whew. Okay, so let's have a look at this Lustau sherry finish. Firstly, it's not a single malt whiskey, it's a single pot still whiskey with an E. A style of whiskey unique to Ireland that is produced the same way as single malt whiskey, except instead of pure malted barley, pot still whiskey is produced from a mixture of malted and unmalted barley. The Redbreast Lustau edition is matured in bourbon and sherry casks for 9 to 12 years and then is finished for a full 12 months in first fill Oloroso casks for that huge sherry kick that we love. So let's have a look. There's the bottle, a nice green bottle, fairly unassuming. The whiskey itself though, look at that. It's a beautiful, vibrant gold colour. Oh, on the nose, hang on a sec. Yeah, on the nose, it's very clear what style of whiskey this is. There's lots of succulent fruit notes and some nuts and an underlying sugariness there. Maybe fairy floss. On the palate, on the palate, the triple distilled smoothness oozes big fruit alongside a mild but luxuriously mouth-coating pepper spice. Rich and strong and nicely balanced with the alcohol content. Oh, it's rich and soft and comfy, just like a favourite armchair. And it finishes with sweet waves of fruit swirling through and around, mild pepper with oak notes ever present, and they remain right to the end. It just goes on and on. Oh, this is a cracking whiskey. It's beautiful. Yum. That is a very nice whiskey. All right. And now onto our optional extra for February. And this month we have a Firkin ripper for you, especially if you're craving some Scottish juice. From Mike Collings, the ex-Diageo demigod who invented, amongst other things, the Johnny Walker Blue Label and also the Classic Malt Collection, we have the Firkin Aultmore Tawny Port 2010 release. This is a single cask release, as are all the Firkin Rare range, and only 273 numbered bottles of this one are available worldwide. From the Aultmore distillery, aged in tawny port casks for about 10 years, here it is. So there it is. There's the bottle. Lovely copper colour. On the nose, big fruity oak hit again. There's coffee and brown sugar as well. That luscious fruity oak, though, is the main feature in this matinee. So let's have a taste, shall we? Wow. On that first dram, there's a slight hesitation before it builds to a mouth-coating rush of pepper, lovely stewed fruit, and there's some cinnamon there. There's also a lovely maltiness that makes an appearance, and it's reminiscent of milk arrowroot biscuits. Oh, it's so smooth. And the finish is a medium length finish, but it leaves a very pleasant spice, which just begs to be doused with another dram. Yum. So, yeah, cheers. Delicious. That is fantastic. So this month, the Redbreast Lustau edition sherry finish. Fantastic sherry bomb from Ireland. And also the Firkin Aultmore Tawny Port 2010. Another fantastic whiskey. Take your pick. Get both. I'd get both. I'm going to get both. They're both fantastic. Brad Wright, Single Malt Whiskey Club, Slangevar.